Dr. Ramon Boloron, the Dean of the College. The College of Arts and Sciences is a multifaceted unit of Holy Name University that caters to the needs of students with inclinations in the fields of humanities, natural sciences, and social sciences. These fields make up the heart of a university education. The college offers holistic education that equips students not only with academic competence, but also with a sense of social responsibility, moral integrity, and spiritual vivacity. The College of Arts and Sciences offers the following programs: Bachelor of Arts in Communication, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Science in Biology, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, and Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Bachelor of Arts in Communication aims to equip students with the knowledge and skills in the theory and practice of communication applicable in various professions and contexts, with focus on the media professions. Graduates of these programs may find employment as communication manager, social media and digital media strategist, marketing or advertising manager, public relations specialist, research analyst, journalist, copywriter, TV and radio production staff. Bachelor of Arts in Political Science deals with the theory and practice of government, public policies, politics, using humanistic and scientific approaches to prepare students for advanced legal studies, public administration, legislation, and development. The program has produced a number of lawyers, public administrators, legislators, public relations specialists, political analysts, and professors. Bachelor of Science in Biology is a 4-year program which offers generalized framework for biological studies, grounding the students on the fundamental principles and concepts of the science of life. Aside from pursuing medicine, graduates of this program can engage in basic and applied research, teaching, and other related work in government and non-government institutions, and may pursue graduate studies. Bachelor of Science in Criminology is a training program harmonizing Catholic faith and dynamic instruction for future public servants. Its mission is to produce graduates who are paragons of integrity, commitment, and competence. Bachelor of Science in Criminology proved to be the program that has inspired many of the young people who wanted to become part of the country's growing number of police officers, traffic enforcers, police commissioners, politicians, crime busters, and drug busters. Bachelor of Science in Psychology focuses on the understanding of human behavior and mental processes. It also exposes students to research, laboratory work, and extensive on-the-job training. Graduates of this program can become licensed psychometricians or work in the academy, in human resource and research. Graduates may also pursue careers in medicine, law, management, or specialization in psychology, such as clinical, counseling, developmental, educational, social, industrial, and organizational. My dear students, thank you and be one with us at Holy Name University.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the In Focus series of Holy Name University. In Focus is a series of virtual panel discussions and conversations about recent, up-to-date, current, valid, reliable information about Holy Name University, particularly about its programs and course offerings. So our avid fans, our followers, our Facebook friends, our stakeholders, parents, students, future enrollees, the administration and staff, the faculty, the SPD administration, welcome, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us in another conversation this afternoon. So this afternoon, we bring to you live from the Holy Name University Marketing and Advertising Office in Focus, AB Literature, BA, PhD Literature, and BA Communication. So this afternoon, we have invited on the hot seat, supposedly the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Ramon Boloron, and Dr. Socorro R. Revilla Zaluaga, the head of the general education and communication programs of Holy Name University. But this afternoon, we are only bringing to you live Dr. Zaluaga because Dr. Boloron has other pressing matters as of the moment. So we will have him on the hot seat at a later time. But this afternoon, we have Dr. Zaluaga to answer our questions, inform us about these two programs of the College of Arts and Sciences. So welcome, Dr. Zaluaga. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Miss Mer, and good afternoon to all our viewers. I hope everyone is safe and sane.
Yes. So, ma'am, thank you very much for heeding the call and the invitation, being very gracious to share this afternoon with us and tell us more about the programs, the two programs of the College of Arts and Sciences. So,
It's actually my pleasure also, Mer, to be part of this series of InFocus. Thank you for having me.
wow, thank you very much, ma'am. Without further ado, let's talk about you. Tell us about you and your personal life, your education, your career, bringing you to your current position in the College of Arts and Sciences. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
the virtual stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Mer, again for this opportunity. I am your humble servant. I'm Socorro N. Revilla Zaluaga. Friends and colleagues would call me Mom Sock, even students would call me Mom Sock. I'm the wife of John, mom to Aris, a sibling, a daughter, and then a sister, a friend, a teacher, a holy name. Yeah. I trace my roots in Sibonga, Cebu. That's 50 kilometers south from the city. I finished my elementary and high school education here. It's a humble town. If you've heard of Our Lady of Simala, yeah, that's around 10 kilometers from my hometown. Then after I graduated in high school, I took BS Ed English in Cebu Normal University. When I finished that, I was employed in 2002 in one of the schools here, private schools in Tagbilaran. And then in 2003, I passed the licensure exam for teachers. Then I took my master's, and when I was beginning to sense that my ex-boyfriend John is planning to get married, and I'm still on my way finishing my MA, so I got more motivation to finish it. So in March of 2007, no, in 2010 rather, I finished my MA in education, major in English language teaching, still at Holy Name University. I'm still at Cebu Normal University. Then on the same year, I got married. So I was still adjusting at that time. Eventually, in 2012, I felt the urge of going back to school. So to while away time, I took Doctor of Arts in Literature and Communication. I'm a true-blooded normalite. So there, I took my BA Litcom there and finished it in 2017. With regard to my employment, yeah, so I already mentioned that my first employment, I was hired in Bohol Wisdom School in 2002. Then I stayed there for 6 years. That experience was very meaningful since I was a very young teacher then. I had the chance of handling elementary, high school, and then later on college students. So the 6 year stint in BWS really equipped me, being a teacher. And then in 2008, I decided to return to Cebu. So I packed all my things up and then decided to relocate myself. But before that, I left an application letter. I think it was in the College of Arts and Sciences. I left an application letter with a hope that there's a vacancy for college instructor. So, because I just desired to focus on tertiary teaching college students. Then eventually I left for Cebu and then applied several jobs there also. And then a few days, but it the other jobs, the other careers I had in mind was not really realized because after a few days, HNU called so that they invited me to have my teaching demonstration and then also an interview. I can really remember that time in the panel. There was Dr. Volkak, Dr. Saturinas, Dr. Sahulan. They were in that panel. So thankfully, I was hired as a teacher in the languages department. So that was it. Started there in 2008. So the rest is history. I think that's it, Mumber.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. Sounds like my hiring panel also back in long time ago in 92.
Mm-mm.
Dr. Sahulan was also, like in that panel to hire me in the College of Arts and Sciences for uh, NATSI 1, 2, and 5.
Mm.
So seems like a long time, but anyway, thank you for sharing that life story of yours. And then now you are.
Yes, I'm heading BA Communication program as well as general education.
Yes, so thank you very much and congratulations. And I think that we are in for a lot of stuff going on at HNU, especially with that AMP, that ambrosia
Ambrosia.
maneuver project that the
Yes.
other president
Mhm.
wants us to go into. Anyway, so ma'am, uh, let's talk about the two programs that you're heading. Your choice of which ones to talk about. It could be we have a choice of either the BA Com or the other program could be the PhD Lit, and even you
Mhm.
can even tell us about the general education program that you're also heading at the College of Arts and Sciences. So,
Mhm.
shall we start with your choice?
Um, I think we'd start from here in BACOM because that's
Okay.
current. I
Okay.
think I can. talk more about it.
Okay.
And later we'll have PhD lit.
Okay.
As for general education, it goes with the rest of the degree programs. So we're safe in that aspect.
Okay. So thank you very much. So tell me about what the students learn or do. What are the skills? What are the knowledge that the students do, the enrollees do during the 4-year program of the BA Com? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In the BA Com program, students are exposed to different activities. If we may trace back a little in history, Holy Name University is the first to offer AB mass communication in 2003. Then, when the curriculum was revised in 2010, it was renamed Bachelor of Arts in Communication. So it does not only focus on mass communication, but it has embraced all the other aspects of communication. So what do we mean by that? Our students will still be prepared, in terms of broadcasting, in terms of how to go about with journalism in print, things like that. But we are slowly evolving to welcome other areas of communication like knowledge management. We have development communication, even marketing communication. Then perhaps we can also, because in the new curriculum, we see a lot of additions which will inform us that the area of communication is really pervasive, in all aspects of your chosen professions, may it be in the area of public service. That's why some of our students are even in LGUs all over Bohol, even outside. And then they can do also film and then research. We have some students also in some networks, like in GMA. We had, I think, 2 recently. So there are also some of our graduates are serving as how do we call that? Spokespersons or PIOs of
Local
government officials.
Okay.
Yes, local government officials. So the field is very wide for our communication students, ma'am. We do not limit only to to broadcast, to radio and print, to TV, but they can spread their disciplines, okay, areas, yes, and then venture, into these different professions that require the expertise of a communication student.
Wow.
Mhm.
Sounds very interesting. I go back to when I was, like contemplating on what courses to take after high school.
Mhm.
I remember that since I passed UP Cebu, I had to choose, and communication was one of the choices. But I chose the one nearest to my heart, which was in the medical profession. But
I see.
I remembered, I wished, I remember that I wanted to pursue that because I was associate editor of the school paper and that, and then I also taught English on my first year of teaching back in a private high school, but uh, very very little experience on that. So thank you very much for, and I'm very happy
Yes.
that really HNU uh open, really open that this program, and we have an edge.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes, we
because
have
we
an
have,
edge. We are the
yes,
only university in the province that has a radio laboratory. So, whatever the students will have to learn in theory, they can actually practice that in our laboratory. So we
Yes.
have our DYJR,
Yes.
Jensen Radio.
It was
Mhm.
I was really very happy when I came to visit, when I came home in 2010 and saw that
Mhm.
there is a 106.5
Mhm.
FM
Yes.
station in Metro
Mhm.
Tagbilaran, and it can even reach, mom, I tried from the in the car going to Tagbilaran.
Mhm.
Back in Baclayon, we can already hear the
Mhm.
programming. So we are reaching a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I understand that. Uh, the students also, like other than uh, broadcast, print, and so on,
Mhm.
uh, which they learn in their 4 years. Um, what else do they do? Like, is there also like in the other programs, there is a board exam, there is OJT, there is all of that. Is there also something like that in the BA Com?
The BA Communication program or our graduates need not pass any licensure examination. But if
Okay.
they really like to pursue that career in broadcast, they can have a KBP license,
Okay.
kapisanan ng mga broadcasters ng Pilipinas. They can go for that. But in terms of licensing from PRC, no, we don't have that. If we have students who are afraid, of the stress and pressure of passing the boards, then they can opt for BA Com. And as for OJT, Ma'am Ver, they have actually two OJTs. Let me check their prospectus. They have print internship and then radio and TV internship. There
Okay.
are actually two internships based in their curriculum. And then right now, with our limitation, of the pandemic, we cannot risk the safety of our students and then just letting them go and be exposed. So the way how OJT is done will actually be virtual. um, we will be inviting speakers because there should be an input. Okay, there should be an input from the industry. So all of these will be done virtually. So the let us say the agency that gives this webinar to our students during the internship period will um, may require our students to, what is that, like, do journals or submit like a portfolio after a series of talks, something like that. So we don't really let them go out as of this time.
Right.
But of course, when things are a little better, would be we will be one. I mean, among those who will request the administration to support our students to come here in maybe in small groups, like in twos maybe or in threes, so that they can also really try our laboratory and then perhaps assign someone in your office.
Yes.
Because the
Yes.
marketing part of communication, that requires, that office also requires the expertise now of a
Yes.
communication student.
Yes, that would
Mhm.
be lovely. I remember, I hold the thought because
Okay.
we can have more on that. But I remembered years back, before the pandemic, that students went to Cebu, before, after
Mhm.
Bohol, went to
Mm.
Cebu and other
Yeah, that's
provinces,
right.
to be assigned in the TV station, the radio stations, and the other sites. That
Mhm.
must have been quite an experience for them also.
Yes, there was a batch who tried ABS-CBN. They had that one batch, and then another batch was sent to I think GMA
Okay.
or TV5.
Okay.
I'm sure of the TV5. Not very sure of the regional GMA regional network.
And
Mhm.
the sister school of HNU San Carlos also has a radio station I believe some of our students also went there.
Yeah, DYRF, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken, Ma'am Ver.
yes.
Um,
But they also,
Radio Veritas.
yes. And
Radio
before,
Versas.
but before they went, were they also like asked to do OJT here in our local radio and newspaper? Uh, yes, in Bohol.
They did. What they do here was on print. They did print here, ma'am, and it's for radio. That's when they go out of the province.
Okay.
So I think they did it in Paul Chronicle, if I'm not mistaken, or
Okay.
the other, ano,
Bohol Tribune. Yes.
well, Tribune. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So so that was before I hope that we can also
Yes.
do that after the pandemic. But so for now, because we are still not allowed to do face to face. How many students do we have in the fourth year and then third year? And who are supposed to be the seniors who are supposed to be already in their OJT.
Right now, we have around four of them in the senior year.
Okay.
In total, I'll just give you the total number because it's difficult to remember from first year to fourth. There are 29 students of them from first
Okay.
year to fourth year.
So I wish one of these four can be like assigned here to
Soon, we will arrange. We will
yes.
arrange that.
I remembered also how much they've helped. They joined us in that we had that IEC uh, communication training with USAID for USAID Surge in the crafting of the communication plan for our water lab, and the communication students were there in that training, and I'm very grateful for their help also in the crafting of like the press release or the radio ad, like it's either just that one person doing the ad or it's a conversation. So I'm very grateful for them doing that. And since it's not yet, we're still in the process of getting the accreditation from DOH for the Water Lab, Water Resources Institute, we will use that. Rest assured that these PR, these flags, these whatever will be used. So I thank you, and I will still call on those students to help out.
Yes, ma'am. And then I think I'd also like to acknowledge our faculty members
Yes,
who
ma'am.
also prepared the students, in all those tasks that you asked them to do. So we have a very good team of faculty members in the communication department. Of course, we have right now Dr. Basilares, who
Yes.
is handling two courses in the BCom program, and then we also have in the list Dr. Tubak.
Yes.
Yes, then Father Fiel, our SVD, an SVD priest connected with University of San Carlos, and then is teaching with us. Then who else? We have Miss Gudes, and then also Father Liro.
Yes.
Father Liro is one of our faculty members. So we have our faculty strength is really, to borrow Dr. Boloron's work, unassailable.
Scalable, yes. Thank you for mentioning Father Phil when he was in college. He was writing. We were collaborating on writing the Society of the Divine Word, the Christ the King Divine Word Seminary Wikipedia page. We did not see each other doing that, but we met face to face after the fact. So back then he was already very active in communication. I was in a different world, in a different life. But it was a way to create a community of
Yes.
writers, communications people, Wikipedia editors, and whatever is in there is a collaboration between people. So that's how I knew him
Yeah.
back then, still in college. So
Yeah, that's nice one, Vera. We would like to advocate in the BA Com program that our teachers are actually facilitators and collaborators. So we'd like to um, encourage the forming a bond among communities. So just like what happened to you and Father Fiel, though you are quite distant, you live in different time zones,
different
but
countries
then at that time,
at that time. Yes.
at that time, but then you were able to connect, through that particular page that you both develop. So that's great. Hopefully, we can also allow our students to come up with something like that.
Yeah. So if you can mention like so we the introduction earlier, our the dean, Dr. Boloron, already mentioned the job opportunities available for our graduates in the different programs. Is there like a tracer study, or where are our graduates located now, or what are the jobs you mentioned a little earlier, but um, do we have a like an idea of the notable the graduates that we have and where they are right now?
We did the tracer study last time. However, we were not into personalities. We just found out that our graduates are able to work. They've been employed, and then some continued their studies. Um, I hope I could mention, but
That's
here
okay.
we have students in the city, Tagbilaran City,
City government.
um, city government. Yes, I'd like to mention a few of them who were also my students before. Zera Arcayana,
Okay.
she's serving the office of the city mayor. Then Jamaica and um, Daniel, they are now connected with GMA. They served as um, research assistants, or yeah, they are already there among there. We have one helping. We have one helping tutor,
uh,
the congresswoman.
board
Yes,
congresswoman, yes.
congresswoman. Yes, tutor. That was the one closely working with her is a graduate of BA Communication, Miss Marge, and then Miss Budes, our faculty member. Yeah, she's also teaching. I missed that, but she's one very good teacher. She's able to merge, technology, being a millennial. Many BA Com students are inspired with her work. So she's also our graduate. Then I remembered we have one who also contribute to Philippine Daily Inquirer, the person of Miss Veda Bongalos. Then I think those are the names, because I think I understand that our graduates are still, perhaps not yet really in the position level, because BACOM is a new program.
Right.
It's still no uh,
Very young.
2003. Yeah, very young. Mm-mm.
I think
Perhaps another tracer study. We will do that. Many of our students are also pursuing law.
yes, yes. I was gonna say that I know
Mhm.
that some of them are also pursuing either masteral or law. One is
Yeah,
even in
JD.
one is even in the USC College of Law. Miss Gango, I know, is
Yeah, Miss
there.
Dango.
Kim,
I know her.
Kimberly, Kimberly,
Kimberly,
at where I know that she was yes in HNU com, and then had OJT in Cebu, and then now pursuing that program, the College of Law. Anyway,
Chaitanya D is also pursuing law in
the
our
one that I
College of Law.
the one
Yeah.
who was assigned here in the marketing and advertising
Mhm.
office. So
Yes,
imagine
ma'am.
the many fields, and I think that uh, even Ma'am Gudes is also like teaching foreign language, like students to learn
Yes, ma'am.
English,
Mm-mm.
and then teaching online.
She's
So
an ESL teacher too.
yes, and then I so many fields that are open for them, not only in the radio stations, TV stations,
Yes.
newspaper, but I think also, ma'am, remember how like the IT BPO have these
Hmm.
English, have this training for. Didn't we have that training also where we are taught, like what is the name of the training again? Where
Um,
English for the BPO.
I think
Uh,
Adapt. There was one
yes,
training for teachers in
yes.
2017
I remember
in
that
the
because
SE.
I was still in the provincial government, and we were, like
Yeah. It was partly sponsored, co-sponsored by the provincial
and
government,
the
ma'am.
city government, advanced English for professional teachers, adept.
Yes,
Uh,
Adept.
yes, and many of our teachers and like our graduates can really use this program
Yes,
with the coming in of our like IT
the
BPOs
IT teacher. Yes.
in
Mm-mm.
Bohol. So, ma'am,
That's right.
because now we have this K to 12 program, and we have the in HNU we have ABM, STEM, and
Mhm.
HUMS. To go into the BA Com, should they be in a specific track, or is this required that they be in this track, or do we accept just from other tracks also?
Ideally, the BA Communication degree is one of those that the Hume students
Yes.
will, that's an option for Humes. However, considering that we would like to be inclusive, we welcome other um,
Track.
tracks to the program. Mhm. So when they get to the courses, we'll see if there is a really a dire need for them to take additional courses just in case, no. But if not, if they can hurdle the tasks in those courses, then I think there would be no need
Okay.
of a refresher, a bridging course, something like that. Mhm.
Yes. So
So that's
uh,
all right. We welcome whatever tracks.
thank you for clarifying that, because uh, some TVL, Tech Work Livelihood students, probably even the sports and the arts and design would like to pursue these courses, ABCom,
Yeah.
BACom.
They are welcome.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
So in case there are those who are in grade 11 and 12 watching us, or their parents, uh, we have the edge in HNU because we have our own radio
Laboratory.
station,
Yes,
our
we have
106.
an edge because of our of our faculty and yeah, the radio lab and the experiences that they will eventually go through. I'd like to add, Mangler, that after they finish the BA Communication degree, they can take, if their heart is for teaching, no, for the academe, there is also an option to take education units, and then they major in English so that they can take the licensure exam for English, and then they become teachers.
Okay.
Mm-mm. They
Yes.
become English teachers. So that is if they really love, they have the passion for teaching. Then of course we can lead them to that. also.
Wow, thank you very much. I wish also that some of the those who are already in education and they want to be a com, like
Mm.
and then like an exchange, because if they want to be trained more in broadcast or in stuff like that. So anyway, are there any updates or changes or any announcements for the BA Com? Are there upcoming activities or stuff like that we want our followers, our audience, our listeners to know?
I think
Uh,
there will be two things, Mom Ver, that I'd like to maybe share to our viewers. The first is that should they be interested, Father Liro has allotted 10 scholarship slots for BA communication students. So if they're interested, they simply have to message us here in Holy Name University. They can perhaps send an email or text available numbers there flashed in the website or seen in the website, and then they can further inquire. Um, but so they should, if they're
right.
deprived, or if they have they're finding it hard not to enroll because of our fees, but we assure them that they can be helped through our scholarship program, so we can assist them further. They just have to make some inquiry.
So
And then
is this for currently enrolled or for incoming enrollees?
this will be for the incoming enrollees, because our enrollment for the undergrad is already closed, or the screening committee for the scholars
Okay.
is already over. I mean, they're done doing their job, so it will take another school year, no, for the round of screening. So for those interested, then they can inquire when they would like to enroll next school year. Then the next one has something to do with the. This is actually student organized, but I'm just quite impressed by the work that they did. Um, I'm not sure if you've heard about Storiata Podcast. They had it aired last week. I think that was a Friday. So, oh, was that a Friday? I think yes. Storiata Podcast is actually a um, student spearheaded activity. They you just can't imagine the BA Com students in the center of it, collaborating with the Word, collaborating with CSO, collaborating with CSG to come up with this platform for our students, to get to know their fellow students, interact with them, so they can check our FB page also. That's BA Communication Program of HNU. So these are things which can excite, and something that they would look forward to.
So the name of the Facebook page is BA Communication
Yes,
for
they can search that number,
okay.
BA Communication, or
Facebook
maybe
page.
Storiata
Uh,
Podcast.
okay.
They can check that in FB.
And this is spearheaded by the BA Com students.
Yeah, but TCG, by the way, the BA Communication Program has an organization. It's a co-curricular organization called the Communicators Guild,
Okay.
and so it's the organization spearheading this. But of course, we can't detach that, because the BA Com program is part and parcel of the being TCG.
Okay.
So that's
Sounds
it.
and sounds interesting. So our Facebook friends, those who are watching us live on Facebook or synchronously, others will be probably watching this later
Mhm.
and asynchronously. and the video files will be uploaded in the HNU YouTube channel, and the audio uploaded or aired in our Johnson Radio 106.5 FM. So I hope that they will check that out. Check out the scholarships. Should they can email scholarships at hnu.edu.ph, right? Or
Yes.
the CAS Dean, am I correct?
Yeah, they can also post their inquiry there.
cas.dean at hnu.edu.ph, and yours would be
BAcom
dot chair
dot cast
dot cast dot
at hnu.edu.ph.
okay. Say that again.
BAcom
dot
dot cast
cas at
at
hnu.edu.ph.
Yes.
For any inquiries, for any questions, it is best to email. I would like to encourage our followers, our likers, to not just message the Facebook page, because that is not the way to go. Email directly the offices concerned. So cs.dean, bacom.cs. If you have the dean, it's always the college. So cs.dean or cba.dean, and easy to remember. So I may encourage and ask that you do that, and not just through the messenger or through the Facebook page. Thank you very much. Are there other things that we forgot about, or that we need to tell them, our audience, about the BAcom program, or we have exhausted all of that information?
I think those that they would like to know, we have already informed them about it. Just in case they have some questions, I think they can also just send their questions later.
I will read the comments in Facebook later, should there be any. And so without further ado, let's deep dive into conversations about the PhD Lit.
Delete. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So tell us about the PhD literature program of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Yes, ma'am. In the new organizational structure of Holy Name University, the PhD Lit is directly under the Office of the Dean. Dr. Boloron actually heads that now. Perhaps what I will be sharing with you right now is part of my experience as one of the faculty members in the PhD Lit program. So who can possibly take this graduate degree, a postgraduate degree? So this can be taken by those who took MAED ELT, MA Lit, and those who have masters in related fields like humanities, communication, what else, on film perhaps, creative writing. So in those areas, they can proceed. If they have these masters, they can proceed and take PhD literature. This is also a very young program. This was introduced, or it had its first batch of students in the first semester of 2016 2017, academic year 2016-2017. And until now, because our students take some time off, like it's an on and off enrollment. So we have not yet we don't have any graduate yet of the PhD Lit. So we are campaigning, because we have a lot of potential literature experts, should I say, or those who are interested. I can see that our Boholano teachers have really that love for literature. So if this is something that they are happy teaching about, then they can take PhD Lit para maiba naman.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Okay, so can you tell us again who are the ones that would qualify to take the PhD lit? Graduates in masters.
Masters of English Language Teaching,
Okay.
AMA-Ed ELT, the MA in Literature.
Okay.
Although we don't have literature here, but in some other institutions, they might have MA Lit, and then we can accommodate them if they'd like to pursue PhD Lit.
Okay.
Then we have Masters in Creative Writing, Master of MFA, Fine Arts. Yes, they can pursue this. Who else? Masters of Communication, let me check that because they are allied. It's a related course. Just like how we were welcomed. I'm a graduate of MA in English Language Teaching, and then I was welcomed in the Doctor of Arts in Literature and Communication in CNU. So I think communication is an allied program. So MA in Communication, we can also have that.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I think I guess they'll just have to check again. Email the cs.dean or bacom dot
Yes.
cs at hnu
H-
to inquire.
hnu.edu.ph.
To,
Yes,
in,
for inquiries.
to
And then I
inquire.
hope that yes, perhaps they'd like to know what are we offering knowing the program. It's actually very varied because we also acknowledge the help of Dr. Marjorie Ivasco when this was still starting. Yes, ma'am. It was actually a work that Dr. Boloron, Dr. Sarabosing, and Dr. Ivasco tried to put together their expertise. And then eventually, this PhD Lit is already in place in the university. So this is something that hopefully would encourage our teachers really, to venture into literature. Um, in the prospectus or in the program, we have um, of course fiction, we have film, we have poetry, creative nonfiction. It's really very varied, and then encouraging these teachers to research, to write, to do literary criticism, things like that. And one thing, Ma'am Ver, HNU is a delivering institution of the CHED CCAP grant.
Yes.
So what is this CHED CCAP grant? Our prospective enrollees can apply for this grant, and then they need not think about their school fees because it's going to be CHED who will take care of this. Yes, ma'am. So we already got the approval thanks to Ma'am Ami and Father Liro and Father Mapaye who also worked on this. So we already got the nod of CHED, so we can offer the CCAP grant to those who would like to pursue not only PhD Lit, but also all the other programs of the university.
So this is for both masteral and
And
doctoral.
PhD.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Masteral and doctoral.
So
Mhm.
while our undergrad enrollment is already closed, we are still accepting enrollees for masteral and doctoral programs. Am I correct?
Yes, they can check our website. So long as the enrollment panel is open, that means they can they can still, choose courses. Or if our enrollment panel is closed, they can further their inquiry to Dr. Villanar. They can check registrar at hnu.edu.ph.
Right. Because our online enrollment was in mis.hnu.edu.ph/admission or www.hnu.edu.ph/admission. If in case they can't get on there, they can email registrar at hnu.edu.ph. After all, ma'am,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think the classes for masteral and doctoral programs are just starting with weekend. And it is every other
Yes,
weekend
yes, ma'am.
and online.
Mm.
Yes,
Online, yes.
100% online.
Asynchronous.
Yes,
Well, they can offer synchronous sessions, but they can be assured that they're given flexibility in terms
right,
of complying requirements.
right.
Mhm.
So wherever they are in Bohol, wherever they
Yes.
are, even in the the country or even abroad,
Yes, ma'am.
should they be
Mm-mm.
interested to enroll, they can do so. And like because everything is online right now,
Yeah.
and we
Mm-mm.
have a lot of I just knew that we have a lot of PhD students, especially in education, who are teaching in other countries, in the US,
Yes,
for
ma'am.
example, and enrolling in HNU. So
Mm-mm. That's
isn't that
right.
isn't that nice? So I hope that even with a PhD lit, those who are interested, those who are in Bohol, outside of Bohol, can still enroll and will be excited to enroll because they have that passion, they have that qualification to really enroll in the program. And we have a
Mhm.
website for
Sometimes,
the
ma'am, where they would sometimes sorry to interrupt. Sometimes, ma'am, where they the area of literature is they would see that as what is that? Not so how do I get to that word?
uh,
Income generating or
I was gonna
something.
I was gonna say that lucrative, not so lucrative, not so
Yeah, but the advantage of being into this area, it's more of the monetary number. It will really give you the um how do we call that? That sense of fulfillment. Uh, you'd like you'll be able to see life at a different with different
eyes.
views
Oh,
with
yeah.
perspective. So it will allow you to open to a lot of views, no? So perhaps it's not something na for generating revenue. It's really for fulfillment, no? Personal fulfillment. I'm not sure, but that's really what I felt when I pursued my PhD. I mean, Doctor of Arts in Literature and Communication. Um, maybe I got tired in the language area after being exposed to it since my bachelor's degree, and then the literature aspect of it has really saved me in a lot of times na when you're really low, something like that. So there is some redeeming thing there
Wow.
when when you're exposed to these literary pieces, and when you make your own literary pieces too.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, I know because I am part. I also joined the Kaka. This is the
Di
Kaliwat
ba,
ni
ma'am? No? Oo.
Kayapa poetry group. We have our poetry reading. We have our writing also. Yes, it's very cathartic. It's very, like
Oh, yeah.
yes. So and reading all of these, the works of art and literature of people. Marjorie Vasco is the most renowned kaliwat ni Kayapa, and a lot of other friends are in there. Ma'am, there are many
Mm.
messages here. Let me just read. I have to put on my glasses to read this.
You
Ethel
can look good with your glasses.
Ophelia Bagaw Bumaat is saying, Musta friendship. Enroll po social media, my friends. Stay safe. God bless si Mama Ophelia Bumaat. Jocelyn Deniega is watching. Janine Su of the Kriam is watching. Ricardo Abela, Yogi Yog's our former teacher now at Tagbilaran City Science High School is watching. Dr. Basileres, Congrats, Dr. Sok, Gabriela Bersabal, Ronald Logronio, Marianito, Luspo, belated happy birthday. Noyen Escabax. Hello, Doc Socorro, and congrats. Noyen Escabax, does she sound
Ma'am Noreen Escabarte.
okay, familiar?
Yeah.
Ton Alcruz is watching. Sheila Alturas, Jocelyn Montes, Helen Ora, Ardisa Estabilia. There's Renoir Valentino Apalisok. You already have a student. Where can we check your PhD Lit curriculum? Is it available online? And I think we have answered that it is all the curriculum.
Yes, I think the moment that you get into MIS at hnu.edu.ph, you can see the courses which are offered now. But just in case you'd like to receive the entire
Program curriculum,
prospectus, yes, please email me, sir, so that I can send you a copy.
Okay.
So it's like the study plan.
Okay. Did you hear that, sir? We will just we'll message him also because his
Yes.
email, his Facebook is on the Facebook page, the messages here, the
Yes,
comments.
ma'am.
So we will also
Mhm.
email, but take note that we are still accepting enrollment for masters and for PhD, and especially for PhD Lit.
in literature.
Yes, I think most of the classes are starting tomorrow only, ma'am, no? For
Yeah, actually, I was just able to organize my class this week for my research 101, and then we're still waiting for others to join us.
I
Mhm.
already
So
did my orientation. That's just a general orientation on Zoom that I also uploaded online, so the others who were not able to join last Saturday, so that they can start with the work every 2 Saturdays. So they already like doing their requirements in plants, animals, humans, and all of that.
there's a
So
science teacher in human there.
and then they can and then they're reviewing their science curriculum and checking on their strategies, so that gives them time to do that for the next 2 weeks. And I'm very very excited. So I think all of us are like very happy with the online platform, the
There
Google
are
platform.
challenges, certainly, Ma'am Ver, no? There are times that feedback gets delayed or connectivity gets in the way. But
Yes.
rest assured that our teachers, we are really trying our best to deliver what is expected of us. We may not be able to do it perfectly, but of course, there are things that we will improve eventually along the way.
And we're always available, not just even in the Google Classroom, but also in our emails.
Yes,
So
our emails, our messengers.
yes. So I hope that those that are even like still just contemplating to take advantage of what HNU has to offer, especially during this pandemic. That we are all like making every possible move, every possible way for students to really learn something and online. Okay, so ma'am, the time is 3:03. So about an hour
You're
talking. I know that there's still so much to talk about, but I hope that our audience will feel free to email and reach out to you and to the dean and uh, check out what we have to offer and really join us. So, ma'am, at this point, may I ask you, why HNU? My favorite question that I asked all the ones in the hot seat. Why hot seat? It's just a standing joke in focus. Yes, ma'am. You were
Well,
in
I no
our
longer feel hot here. Yes. Why H and U? I think. Oh, I should not think. The very reason that we are still here.
yeah.
Perhaps Holy Name University is one that really allows you to grow. Yes, ma'am. Not only as a professional, yeah, to become a professional, but also in your personal aspect. Consider the kind of education that we are providing. There is this, yeah, the content, we don't miss that. We give them what is required of us, as stated in the various PSGs that we follow. But consider the Catholic, no, the Catholic part of that is the Catholic education that you can obtain at Holy Name University. So, well, it isn't a perfect organization, but I think we have built a community, we have built a family here. You will meet a lot of people who will help you in the best that they can. There might be some lapses, but of course, we are trying our best to really address your concern. So I think it's that. It's about finding really a place for you to grow. And I think Holy Name University is a fertile ground for growth.
Wow,
So
thank
that's
you.
it.
Thank you very much. Sir Apalisok said thanks. And there's more. Congratulations. Joanne Nioda Gillian said,
That's
congratulations,
Joanne.
Doc Socorro and Zaluaga, my legendary teacher in college. I look forward to reading your pieces soonest. And much thank you to your insights to my master's thesis. I will be graduating this trimester. God bless you always.
Wow, I'm
Ma'am,
happy to hear that.
Dr. Grace Ramada said, hello, Ma'am Vera and Ma'am Sok, congratulations. Proud Holy Namian here. And Ma'am Candelaria Lourdes, that's Ma'am Bogs Babor, is watching. So a lot of people are watching. I hope that we have encouraged.
Yeah, thank you for those greetings. Actually, Joanne and Dr. Grace were my students. Could you imagine that, Vera? They were my very good students, and I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of what they have achieved. So I hope that, yeah, my literary piece, Joanne, later I'll write a memoir.
There's pahabol from from Jerry Olivar. Hi, Dr. Sok, so happy to see you.
Yeah, nakasako ana nila. Pero kami lang nahibaw ana.
Anyway, yes, thank you very much for those, that very beautiful answer to my favorite question. YH and you, I'm a living, breathing example of one who left and one who came back. So it must
Yes,
mean,
Ver. I
it
really
must mean,
appreciate
it must mean
your
a lot.
dedication and loyalty to HNU, ma'am. So, value ko. I hope I could stay that long.
Anyway, and now we reached that point, our closing statements. I would say, thank you for watching. This has been Vera Villucido. I hope that you continue watching our In Focus episodes. This will be live. This live recording will be in our official Facebook page forever, but we will also have the this video file uploaded in our YouTube channel. So please sign up and please subscribe to our YouTube. Our Twitter is HNU Bohol. Our Instagram is Holy Name University. Our Facebook page is this one you're watching right now, and our YouTube channel is also Holy Name University. So our incoming episodes are still scheduled every Friday And we have the other programs lined up for the coming Fridays also. So, Ma'am Sok, your closing statements?
I think I did that already. So once again, yeah, we look forward to seeing you in Holy Name University, whether as a student or maybe tagging along a potential student. We will all welcome you at Holy Name University. Thank you for joining us, and we're glad that we're able to do this. Thank God.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much and congratulations. So,
Thank you.
with that, we close and we'll see you in our asumandapit ako kamot in our next episodes in Focus. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant afternoon and enjoy your weekend, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.